While increasing the capacities is easy, straightforward, decreasing the capacity will impact and time-taking process because it will go and check each and every record of the system. We discuss about the concept of invisible column. We discuss about the concept that when there are invisible, they have how to make the column in a specific position. We do the concept of invisible columns. Let's discuss a scenario today, right? I think everybody can see my screen. My screen shared to all of you.
Yeah, we are live in YouTube.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So let's discuss about a scenario, right? We discuss about a concept, right? See this scenario-based question. We're going to discuss about a concept of virtual columns. In interview, they never ask you what is virtual column. No, nobody. Interviewer never ask you direct questions. What is virtual columns? The question will be like this: in my tables, I'm working on a procedure. Or they always try to make it a story. The story consists that I have a table. My table contains different columns, right? And my job is running or my procedure is running. They insert data in column 1, column 2, and column 3, for example. Okay. Then data coming into column 1, column 2, column 3. Suppose this is column 1, this is column 2, this is column 3, and there is a column 4. Interviewer are saying the data is coming, user insert data here, user enter data here, user enter data here. What I want, I don't want to write any code. I want depend upon the data automatically here the sum of record or multiply of record or division of record or any mathematical calculation or whatever I want. Suppose this data plus 5 go to here. This data plus 10% data go automatically go to column 4. Means I want to populate something automatically. How can you do that? So most of the people can advise at the time of interview. What they advise that, okay, sir, in this table, when the data go in this, here, here, and here, I will write my update statement or insert statement or something. I will write another block who can update the data. You don't have to do. There is a concept of virtual columns. What virtual column will do? Virtual column is a concept. What it will do, it will take the data in the third column and what you want, automatically your things will be generated automatically on column number 4. Let's see one example. Let's see the example, then we learn how exactly behave. Suppose I'm creating a table. No need to memorize the things. Try to do with practice. And whenever I'm sending notes, try to copy paste my examples. Right? I definitely in my notes, whatever the notes you receive yesterday, the notes definitely mention each and everything. Right? Maybe grammatical mistake is possible, right? And maybe spelling mistake can be possible, but I try to deliver the things. So try to take the same example, run it, and try to learn from there. So create table person. I'm suppose there's a table I'm creating. I'm creating suppose ID underscore 1 is a number column. ID underscore 2 is a number column. Suppose ID underscore 3 is a number column. 3 column populated. There is one more column. I'm writing suppose here all ID. I'm writing here generated always as. Whatever logic I want suppose ID underscore 1 plus ID underscore 2 plus ID underscore 3. I write it here, and in the last, I write here virtual. I wrote here virtual. If I wrote here virtual, let's see this what happened. My table created. You all can see table created. What this table will do? This table contains 4 columns. Column number 1, column number 2, column number 3, column number 4. But this 4 column is what I wrote generated always. Means you just need to populate data here, here, and here, and this data will automatically populated with some of these columns. So whatever logic you want, you can implement that logic. This is the concept of virtual columns. Virtual columns is a capability, right, in the database that this column can be populated automatically. Suppose user gives some input and depend upon user input if I want to populate my data. Like somebody asked me yesterday a question, Vishal, if somebody want to write 10.89 in each record, or suppose each record can I make like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, you can implement virtual columns. Whatever data coming here, this 4th column will be populated accordingly. See this, I'm inserting data here. The people who are joining late, the next week onwards, when our class going on a proper class manner, right, please join on time who are interested. The reason is if you're joining late, it get disturbed to other person. Insert into person. Suppose I'm writing here, I'm just inserting data into 3 columns, ID underscore 1, ID underscore 2, ID underscore 3. I'm writing here values 1, comma 2, comma 3. See, I'm just inserting data into three columns. ID 1, 2, 3. Let's go here. Select star from person. If I see the data into this table now, my table contains the data. See, 1, 2, 3, 6. What is this 6? What is this fourth column populated? The fourth column is what? The fourth column is basically what? ID1 plus ID2 plus ID3 is equal to 6. Automatically populated. Understand the concept of virtual column? Virtual column, if a table contains virtual column, it means that data can be automatically populated, depend upon the input and depend upon the logic we wrote. Sometimes question asked in interview, right? Okay. So suppose if I don't want to create a table, when I created the table, my table contains only 3 columns. Now my requirement is that I want a column which contains data virtually populated or automatically populated, because this is a virtual column. But virtual column, at the time of table, it's not. Can I add the column as a virtual column? Can I add a new column as a virtual column? Yes, you can do add column as a virtual column. Let's see this. Suppose, for example, I'm getting a table. Create table T1. Okay, I'm adding just one column. Column 1, number. My table contains only one column, number column. Can I add a column as a virtual column? Let's see, I'm altering the table. Alter table, table name. Alter table, table name. Add column to number. This is how we are adding a column. Alter table, table name. Add column name, data type. But that's after I generated always as whatever you want. Suppose I want column 1 plus 1. This question somebody asked me yesterday. Vishal, for each column, I want to make it value 2 should be go, value 3 should be go, value 4 should be go. See, I implemented by generated always concept, virtual column populated. Let's see this here. Table altered. I am inserting a data into only column 1. Insert into T1. Column 1. Values. Suppose, for example, I'm inserting a value, anything, take value 3. I inserted 3, 1 row inserted. Can I go to select star from T1? I can see the column 2 populated, column 1 plus 1. 3 and 4. 4 is populated. Got the point? Any confusion, anybody? I hope you all understand it. What is exactly virtual column is? Can I make virtual column as an invisible column? Like the column inserted automatically, populate automatically, but I want the data should be invisible. Yes, whatever you want, you can make the table invisible. Alter table T1. Modify my same column 2 as invisible. My virtual columns is become invisible now. So when the invisible column we learned yesterday, when I do select star from T1, invisible column is invisible. Mr. India, I cannot see that. I cannot see column T. The column 2 is invisible. But if somebody knows the column name, column 1, comma column 2, if you specify the particular column into select clause, then I am able to see that column. Understand the concept of this, the concept of virtual column and invisible column? I hope yes. So this is the concept of virtual column. Virtual column is the column populated automatically. Interviewer never asks you what is virtual column. The chances is 0%. Interviewer always asks to make a scenario that I have a table. My table contains 3 columns, 4 columns, 5 columns, whatever. And I want my one data should be populated automatically. Automatically means I make a logic. What logic? I can make the column generated always as. If I make generated always as, specify virtual, this column become a virtual column, automatically populate to the column. And can we make this column as invisible? Yes, you can make that column as invisible. What is the property of invisible column? Invisible column can make your data secure, used for security purpose. Nobody can see the data. Sensitive information, because data is what? Data is a sensitive information. If you don't want the data to be shown by anybody, right, we can make that column invisible. When I select star, people cannot see that. But if somebody knows the column name, you can specify the column into select statement. People can see the column very easily. This is the concept of invisible column. Now let's go to a topic. It's a very important topic in the interview. I'm going to discuss about the concept of delete, truncate, and drop. See this question. If I just ask this question to all of you, 90% of the public knows the answer. That what is difference between delete and truncate, right? And again, I'm telling you, if you just go and type top 10 interview question, you are getting this question difference between delete, truncate, and drop, right? Top 10 interview question, you are getting this question. And think about it, almost everybody knows this answer. How your answer make yourself different? Sometimes interviewer asks this question because because he's just thinking about some other question. In the meanwhile, he just throw a question. Okay, tell me the difference in delete and truncate. Now see, interview is an art. Learning, you can learn from anywhere. I'm again telling you, you can learn from Google, you can YouTube, you can learn from me or any other person. You can anywhere. Main thing what you have to learn, main thing you have to learn is how to answer. Because interview will crack how to answer. If you know how to answer the person in the same interview, same project, you all are working in a project. I'm telling you, suppose for example, in a particular project, 5, 6 people are working. They all are senior software engineer, right? But one person is taking salary 5 lakh, another person is taking salary 15 lakhs. Both are same designation, same company, same work, but salary difference is 5 lakhs to 15 lakhs. Why? Because this person give better interview and crack a better package. So remember, how to give answer is very important. I'm not going to discuss about so much scenario on delete and truncate. I can definitely, in the notes I will give you. Truncate is what almost everybody, truncate is a DDL command. Delete is a DML command. DDL command means auto commit. We don't have to commit the data. What exactly truncate will do? Truncate is directly delete the data. We don't need where clause. If you're writing any where clause, for example, I'm writing this select star from T1. I just create this table. Select star from T1. I can see the data here. If I can truncate the record, I can directly write truncate table T1. Truncating means truncate the data gone. I don't need to go and roll back the command. For example, let me show you here with example. Suppose I'm create table test. I'm inserting data. ID is a number column. Table created. I can go and insert into test values. Suppose 1. 2, 3, 4. I'm telling you how to answer data truncated, right? Remember this answer, everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, data inserted. If I go and delete the data, delete from test, my data is deleted. 4 rows deleted. I can see the data, select star from test. There is no record because data deleted. But if I go here, write a rollback is the revert back. Revert back complete, select star from test. This auto commit mode is on. Rollback complete, delete stars, insert into test. 4 inserted, select star from test. I can see the data. I think where is it? Okay. So commit will basically save the data into the permanent into the system. Rollback will be reverted back. When we talk about DDL and DML statement, what DDL statement will do? DML is delete from test, rollback, select star from test. It looks like auto is on. Installed Oracle started, auto commit is on. I will make it off. Okay, anyway. So auto commit is on here. That's I give an example here. On the live SQL also your auto commit is on. Every time when you delete the data will be auto committed into live SQL environment. So we have to make it auto commit off. So we can do auto commit off and then we can see. So data will be reverted back in case of delete data. But in case of truncate, data will not reverted back because delete is a DML command. Truncate is a DDL command. Delete need a where condition. Truncate does not need a where condition. These are the basic answers almost everybody knows. I will give this answer into your notes as well. That delete is a DML, truncate is a DDL, delete can roll back commit, truncate cannot be roll back commit. In delete, we can add a where condition, truncate, we cannot add a where condition. Right? These answers I can give you, 4-5 answers. That's okay, these general answers. What I focus you when you're giving the answer, your answer number 6, difference number 6 and difference number 7 is very important. And it always comes on the last. You always give the last difference. You have to say truncate will reset HWM and delete will not. And 7 option you can say truncate is faster than delete. These answers should be the last answers in your interview. You know why last answer? When you are giving this last difference between delete and truncate, the truncate will reset HWM and delete will not. So interviewer will ask you, what is HWM? The next question of the interviewer is, what is HWM? Think about it. Interviewer don't want to ask.
Invisible, sir.
Vishal,
Someone is presenting.
sir, someone is presenting, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is it okay now? Do you all able to see my screen now?
No, sir. Still same.
Still not able to do.
भाई क्या कर ली तूने सुना नहीं
Please mute. Please mute. Okay, is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Can you
Okay.
please repeat the point, sir?
Okay, I'm repeating one more time. Okay, see this here. I'm talking about delete and truncate. I'm talking about these answers. Simple answers which written everywhere. I can give you to all. In the notes, don't worry. You all have to give. But always when giving the answer, these answers are your turning point. You have to give this answer in the last. Last means, suppose difference between delete and truncate. You are giving 4-5 different answers, but these two differences are the second last difference and the last difference. So that interviewer will ask you, you are saying truncate will reset HWM and delete will not. And truncate is faster than delete. This answer you have to give to the interviewer. Truncate is reset HWM. Whenever you say this answer to the interviewer will ask you, what is HWM? You know why? Because you told him to ask the question. Remember, this is the trick and technique to crack the interview. You have to force the interviewer to ask the question what you want to ask. Understand it here. Interviewer does not want to ask SWM. In his list, he's thinking about some other question. In the meanwhile, he just okay, give me difference between delete and truncate. And he's thinking about a question. You now force him to ask me a question, what is SWM? Because you give this answer that truncate will reset HWM and delete will not. Okay, remember we all are playing cricket, almost if most of people are from India. So you know what exactly the cricket is and what is happening in cricket. When you're playing cricket, a bowler is bowling something to the batsman, and when batsman hit the ball over the boundary and he is catch, again we give all the credit to the bowler. You know why? Because bowler forced the batsman to hit in that direction. This is what is happening in almost everywhere, right? We give this bowler to the credit that he set the filter in such a way so that the batsman hit in that direction. This is what you have to do at the time of interview. You have to force the interviewer to ask the question what you want him to ask. Remember that this is the trick of cracking an interview. You have 50 minutes. You don't give him the play that he will ask you so many questions as much as he want. You have to tell him, okay, ask me this question. Ask me this question. He will ask you automatically. And that you have to prepare yourself such a well that because you forced him to ask HWM, he will give answer HWM. Let's understand it. As soon as you give this answer, truncate will reset HWM and delete will not. He will ask you, okay, what is HWM? Then you have to understand. HWM means what? HWM means high watermark. HWM means high watermark. What is high watermark? High watermark means, suppose this is the table. We learn about table yesterday. Table is cupboard where we store clothes, right? We store our data. So whenever the data, remember heap organized table, data randomly comes and every new data has a new row. This is what we learned yesterday, right? Every new data is a new row. So when new row is coming, data is stored into the table. In the table, they stored into the blocks. These are called blocks where the data is stored. When new data is coming, data coming here, data coming here, data coming here, data coming here, data coming here. By default, your high watermark is the first part here. When the data inserted, your high watermark move to here. High watermark is till the last block where data is written. Last block where data is written. Take one more example for this. 1 second. Okay. Take one example. Suppose this is my house. Okay. And I have a 10-bedroom house. Understand the concept of HWM? This, if you understand the concept of HWM, you understand. I'm not going to teach you what is delete and truncate. The basic definition, it is written everywhere, right? Well, I want you all to make it perfect to understand this. So you have to understand the concept, how it is working. This is my house. Suppose I have a 10-bedroom house. Think example. I have a 10-bedroom house. 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, 4 bedroom, 5 bedroom, 6 bedroom, 7 bedroom, 8 bedroom, 9 bedroom, 10 bedroom, and 11 bedroom, 12 bedroom, 12 bedroom house. I'm very rich person. 12 bedroom house I have. Suppose somebody came here and tried to find where is Vishal. Somebody came here to search for Vishal. Okay. He knows that Vishal exists in this particular house. The data exists in this particular table. He has to go and search each and every room. Where is Vishal? The probability of finding Vishal is any one of these 12 rooms. Agree everyone? Agree everyone? I can find me anywhere. This is the data block till where the data is written. When your delete is running, right? Whenever you try to run a delete, delete will go and delete will never reset your HWM. Your HWM is still there. Your HWM will be still there. HWM means high watermark. This high watermark is still present. High watermark is still present means, see this data. Let me see this example. Your table is here. So people are joining in between. This is retreating actually. These are the table. These are contains my blocks. My blocks contains the data. My blocks contains the data. By default, my HWM is here. When the data inserted, suppose I inserted 1000 rows. 1000 rows inserted. When 1000 rows inserted, my high watermark is move. Suppose from these are data blocks. My high watermark move from here to here because till here data is there. Here is the data. 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 Suppose 500 more rows inserted. 500 more rows inserted. My high watermark now shifted from. Here's the data. Here is the data is already here. 2 more blocks are good. High watermark shift from here to here. High watermark is here. Suppose someone deleted the data. I deleted 1000 records. When 1000 records deleted, see this here. I give everything, all this picture into the notes. So don't worry. You just have to focus the concept. When 1000 records deleted, your high watermark is, suppose 1000 records deleted. High watermark here. High watermark is still here. High watermark will not change. Data is gone from here. Data is only till here. But when somebody search the query, select star from a table where ID is equal to this or data for this, it will go and try to search each and every block till where the high watermark. High watermark is a thin layer in a database. Before this high watermark, suppose this is HWM, this is used block and this is free block. After high watermark is a free block available. The data can come and insert. Before high watermark, used block is available, which already used by database. Suppose here, next 500 record inserted. These 2 blocks are free, but data go and insert here and here after high watermark. High watermark move here to here. Suppose I'm running a query. Take an example. Sometimes interviewer ask a question in interview. Okay, that interview question is that my table contains 1 million record. 1 million record means 10 lakh record. When I'm running a query, select a star from a table, my table took 30 seconds to give me the data. I can see that my table contains duplicate record. Understand the scenario based question. The question coming like this in the interview. My table contains 1 million record. Please listen to the question very carefully. My table contains 1 million record. When means 10 lakh record And when I run a select query, my query took 30 seconds. I saw there is duplicate data. I deleted 90% of the record. Means record deleted. Now it is 9 lakhs record deleted. Now only 100,000 records saved into the system. 1 lakh record into the system. Still my query took same 30 second. Why? Let me repeat the question. I have a table. My table contains 1 million record, means 10 million record. Sorry, 1 million record means 10 lakh record. And when I run a query, my query took 30 seconds to execute and give me the data. Okay. So what I did, I deleted 90% of the record I deleted. 9 lakhs record deleted from the system. But still when I run the query, previously my table contains 10 lakh record. Now my table contains only 1 lakh record or 100,000 records. So when I'm running, my query still took the same time. Why? This question is not related to the performance tuning. No. This question related to the concept of delete and truncate. Because you deleted the record. If you deleted the record, your high watermark is still on the same place. Data deleted, but high watermark is still here, for example, here. So when you search the record, run the query will go and try to search each and every block till where data is written. What is high watermark? High watermark means the last block till where the data is written. High watermark is a very separate line, a thin line between the used block and between the free block. Used block means what? They are already used, occupied. The data comes sometimes here, means it is used. Free block, which is free for the new record. SWM is a line which is a high watermark. It shows the last block till where the data is written. Remember the line? Interviewer asks you, what is the question? The question is difference between delete and truncate. But you motivated the interviewer to ask me this question because you gave an answer that truncate will reset HWM, sir, and delete will not. The interviewer will stop here and ask you, okay, what is HWM? HWM means, sir, high watermark. HWM is the last block till where the data is written. HWM is a thin line between free block and used block. Take a copy and pen and start saying, suppose high watermark is here. New data inserted, high watermark move here. New data inserted, high watermark move here. You deleted the record, still high watermark is still here. So when you run the query, it will go each and every block to find out the data. In this example, this is not performance tuning. The concept of delete. You deleted the record. So high watermark is still there. So it will again go and search till the last record because it is not reset. High watermark is not reset. High watermark is still on the same place here. If we do truncate, then this high watermark come here and set on the first block. This is the meaning of high watermark. For example, understand it here. So when we delete, use volume of record from the database, the data will delete. The data is deleted, that's okay. But the blocks are not ready to use. These blocks are not ready to use. Why? Because that blocks are still below HWM level. So delete command will never reset HWM. There is a question coming in the interview, how to reset HWM. We'll discuss without truncate because we can't truncate every time. How to reset HWM, we can discuss later in the classes, don't worry. But this question will come. The question is delete and truncate. At the same time, once you truncate the data will be deleted and the use block will go here above HWM block and HWM line move here to here. This is the concept of HWM and delete. Sorry, HWM work with delete and truncate. I hope you are getting this question. Anybody, any doubt in HWM, please ask me. Because what I am teaching in my class, when somebody can ask you difference between delete and truncate, actually you are giving answer HWM. What is the benefit of this answer? The benefit of this answer is you are killing 2 minutes. What is your main motto in the interview? You have to kill 50 minutes of the interview time. This is your main motto. Remember that Chak De India movie? Shahrukh Khan, I hope you all saw that movie, right? In that movie, Shahrukh Khan was saying in the last that the 70 minutes of your hockey, if you play the best of 70 minutes, nobody will defeat you, definitely win. I'm not going to tell that how to play. I'm just tell the play the best hockey of your 70 minutes. This 50 minutes you have to utilize. If you've given the best answer of this 50 minutes, nobody will stop your selection. You must know how to answer. When we are playing take the game of soccer. Wait for that penalty corner. Once the penalty corner comes, you have to convert into the goal. When you are playing cricket, wait for a full toss ball. Remember the T20 match, right? Virat Kohli was there. We are playing against Pakistan. We have to win the match. He just wait for that one full toss ball. He convert into maximum, get a no ball as well. You have to wait for that question. In each and every topic when we are discussing, I will tell you each and every topic when the interviewer asking this question, view, what word you have to use. When you are using exception handling, what word you have to use. When they're using bulk collection, when they're using function procedure, when they're using cursors, what word you have to use, so that you actually diverted the interviewer in a different way what you want him to ask. The next all question is you want. If you give him a chance, the 50 minutes, then he has already have so many questions. He just start testing you. You don't have to give a chance to test yourself. You have to, are you getting my point? How exactly interviewer give the answer? If anybody any doubt, you can ask me, right? I'm discussing about delete and truncate, but I'm telling you how to answer. Delete and truncate is a very easy. Everybody knows about it. If you go and ask Google here, top 10 interview questions, if I just go and search here top 10 interview question in database, I will get this question difference of delete and truncate. And this is the concept of the database. It's not for Oracle, it's for everywhere. And the concepts never change. Remember this line, concept never change. When I go, our classes will be move forward. I will teach you for each and every topic what the concept is. Concept always remember. And then we can discuss about the interview related questions. Concept will help you a lot. All scenario based question will be solved by a concept. So when the question comes, okay, one more difference. You told that truncate is faster than delete. In the interview, you told truncate is faster than delete. Interviewer ask you, because you told him, nobody will give this answer. If support 10% going for interview, only 2 people giving this answer. Your competition with this second person. It is not selected. Definitely not. Here is the answer, difference. Difference with why truncate is faster than delete. Take an example, why truncate is faster than delete. Understand with example, okay? Suppose there is a, Vishal is here. Vishal have $100 in my wallet, right? Abhishek came and Abhishek took $100. Abhishek basically stole $100 from my pocket. Understand everyone? Abhishek has 2 options. What Abhishek can do? Abhishek can take this $100 and go to a shop, right? He will eat pizza, right? Watch some movie, make some dinner, buy something, on my money spent, money finished. Second option, what Abhishek can do? Abhishek will take this $100 and hide it somewhere. Hide it somewhere. That when Vishal forget about $100, then I will take that $100, use it. Agree everyone? Is there any other possibility? If someone stole $100 from my wallet, what he can do? Only 2 options. Either he go to the market and spend the whole money right away. He buy something, eat pizza, eating something, drinking something, buying something, money spent. Or number 2, he took my money and hide it somewhere. Everyone getting my question? You all about to listen me properly. Akshay, Angelo, Angie, Balaji, Asif, Deepak, Girish, Jyoti, Ibrahim, right? Understand the question, what I'm trying to say? Everyone?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
My point?
Yes.
Yes, Sai, you have any question? Sai, you raise your hand. Okay, no. Okay, so this is the scenario. Only these 2 scenario possible. So think about it. Suppose I hide it somewhere. Suppose I find it. Okay, Abhishek, you stole my money, and I tell Abhishek, you took my $100. You have to give me my money back. Abhishek has 2 options. If Abhishek hide that money somewhere, then Abhishek give me revert me back. Vishal, take your money. But suppose Abhishek already spent that money and I know that Abhishek took my money, what can I do? Nothing, because the money is already spent. This is the difference, but this is delete. This is truncate. I told truncate is faster than delete. Why delete is slower? Because how Abhishek returned my money back? Because Abhishek hide my money somewhere. So if Vishal asks me that question, that where is the money, I can return the money back. Delete, insert, and update. These commands are DML commands. Remember, we learned about DML, insert, update, and delete. Insert, update, delete are DML. Insert, update, delete DML means what? DML contains data manipulation language. What DML contains? DML is always fulfilled by TCL command, that is commit or rollback, permanent save or reverted back. How it is revert back? Definitely data is somewhere. When I delete the data, when I revert back, when I make a rollback, data is rolled back to the table again. Because why? Because data must be somewhere. So when we are writing DML command, data go and write into the redo log buffer file. Redo log buffer. Redo log buffer. When we install our database contains a redo log buffer. So when we are running a delete command, or update command or insert command, I'm telling the difference between delete and truncate. I'm giving you answer because you told interviewer that truncate is faster than delete. Interviewer ask you why truncate is faster than delete, and why interviewer ask you? Because you forced him to ask me this question. That truncate is faster than delete. Why truncate is faster than delete? Because delete is a DML command. DML is always fulfilled by commit and rollback. So when we write any delete statement, it will go and delete the data from main table, but store the data into redo log buffer. So I'm deleting the data, same moment of time I'm inserting the data into redo log buffer. I'm doing extra work. I'm deleting your 1000 records, so I'm inserting 1000 records into redo log buffer, so that if the person wants rollback, the data will be revert back from here because I hide it somewhere. So I'm doing extra work in case of delete. So that's why delete is taking time. But truncate, there is no redo log buffer. The data gone means gone. Abhishek took my money and eating pizza, watching movie, doing dinner, buy stuff, money finished. There is no redo log buffer. Because truncate is what? Truncate is a DDL command. DDL is auto commit. We cannot roll back. So we cannot roll back means there is no data. We can't roll back. Data gone. So because of that, truncate is faster than delete. Because in case of delete, we have redo log buffer. Whenever we are deleting the data go and store into the redo log buffer. So database took extra time to writing these records into redo log buffer file. Because if needed and user will do the rollback, the data will be reverted back from redo log buffer to the table. But in case of truncate, there is no redo log buffer concept. Data gone means gone. This is concept. This question will come in the interview. This looks like very easy topic, but I'm telling you everyone, from wherever you prepare, from wherever, go from the base concept to advanced concept. Each and every topic with all permutation and combination of question possibly asked, you have to go through this, right? Yes, Surya, ask your question first. Surya, you raise your hand.
No, sir, nothing, sir. It's unfortunately.
Okay, Deepu Manjunath, you raise your hand. Deepu Manjunath, you have any question? Harsha, you have any question?
Yeah, I have one question.
Hello, sir.
We have discussed a similar scenario yesterday, right? So if there is some DDL command in between two deletes on same table, right? So will the auto commit happen and some of the rows will be deleted and some will remain? I meant like the high water mark will be reset. I meant like, see, I'm using a where class in my first delete statement on same table, saying where employee number is less than so and so. And in the second delete statement, I'm using where employee number between 2000 and 5000. In between, I have one DDL command which will alter the same table. Okay. So in that case, what will happen? The first delete will be committed and the second delete will not be committed.
Yes, it is. I gave an example, so you should try it. Yes, this is the concept. This is the concept we discuss about, right? Whenever what this is first delete. Delete is DML command. Then you are writing it. This chances of asking this type of question in interview is 200%. This type of question coming in interview. I'm first writing a delete statement. Then I'm writing alter. Alter means add DDL I wrote. Then after I write a DML statement. When you wrote DDL and there is no syntax issue, so what is the property of DDL? DDL will go and commit this record first. This data is committed. If you are working in a project, everyone, I'm giving one scenario to all of you. The people who are working, I'm considering. Open any of your procedure or packages. In some procedure package, you can see when they start, the first line is truncate table name. Some table is truncated and then after your all scenario will go and insert the data. You know why we truncate first? Because truncate is a DDL command. If you're truncating in middle, everything written before that will all committed. So here there is no question at all in Harsha. You can see the examples I given the notes. If this DDL fire, there is no question at all. DDL means auto commit.
Yeah, XML will be reset for first delete, right? I mean, like it will be reset anyways in this scenario.
What is reset?
No, the HWM, high water mark.
No, this is what I'm discussing. I think you joined late. HWM is not reset for DDL.
Okay.
This is the difference between what I said. Truncate will reset HWM, delete will not.
Got it.
Delete will not reset. I gave an example that this is my data block, right? If the data deleted here, previously HWM is here, you delete record from this amount. Still data is only till here, but HWM is still till here. High watermark. So high watermark is a thin line between used block and free block. So when I run my query will go till the last block where data is written. Does not matter here data is present or not, but query will go. The people who are doing full performance tuning, they can see in the explain plan there is written full table scan. What does full table scan means? We discuss about much detail when we discuss performance tuning, because a full table scan means data go till the last block where it is written. So here's the question, why it is go to the last block? So people are thinking on that and try to solve the problem. But this is the concept of delete and truncate. In case of truncate, HWM is reset. In case of delete, HWM will not reset at all.
Yeah.
Saurav, you have any question?
Yeah, hi Vishal. So my question is like how we can reset the HWM without truncate.
We'll discuss about that. We'll see. What I told you, Saurav, go topic by topic. I'm telling you all, never random topic. Don't put, whenever you start preparing, suppose you thought that within next 2 months I have to switch the job. So don't think, okay, today I'm learning procedure, tomorrow I'm learning cursor, day after tomorrow I'm learning performance tuning, then come back to foreign key, then go to the cursors, then go to the procedure, then go to exception. You never selected. Write it. If you want me to write on stamp paper, I can write for it. Never. Always go step by step. Make your concepts. Interview questions are coming scenario-based question. If your concept is clear, then only you have to answer. Random topic, no, never. So I will discuss about how to reset SWM. Definitely yes. When we discuss about performance tuning, I will discuss about how to reset SWM, because there are so many other things will come into the picture. Okay. Truncate is faster than delete because you are giving answer difference between delete and truncate. When you are giving answer delete and truncate, these are your last two answers. In these last two answers, interviewer comes with two different questions. What is HWM? And why truncate is faster than delete? There is a question, again, there's a question coming into the interview. Okay. Suppose somebody can ask why rollback is not working with truncate. So truncate is a DDL command. So truncate is a DDL command means DDL command not needed rollback or commit. DDL is auto commit. So DDL, why truncate is not work with DDL? Because truncate is a DDL command and rollback will not work, right? Can we roll back after drop? No, we cannot roll back after the drop. There's a question coming in interview. Very important scenario-based question, right? This question people thought that it's a performance tuning question, but this is not. See a question. Table A has 10 million records. And I want to delete 5 million. How can I do that? Or interviewer asks you, I am running a delete statement, which is deleting, forget about spelling mistake and grammar mistake. Okay. I'm running a delete statement which is deleting suppose 2 million records, and it will still running since last 2 hours. Why and how to solve? See, something like that. The scenario is question something like that, right? The question is, table A has, understand the question first. My table has 10 million records, it's a huge volume of record my table contains, and I want to delete 5 million. Or basically, I want to delete a huge volume of record. How can I do that? Second question, this question asked 2-3 days before in interview, that I am running a delete statement which is deleting 2 million record from a table, and it is still running since last 2 hours. Why and how to solve? People thought this question related to the performance tuning, but this question is not related to the performance tuning. Again, the concept, understand the concept. What is the question? Understand when the question interviewer asks, my table contains 10 million record, I want to delete 5 million. How to answer? Think about it. You are trying to write a delete statement. Delete means what? Delete means DML. What DML will do? When you try to delete, DML always go and write the data into redo log buffer. Right? Agree everyone? I just discussed few minutes before why truncate is faster than delete. Because in case of delete, data go to redo log buffer. Anybody, any doubt, you can ask me a question. You are here to ask me questions, right? And I'm here to answer you. This is what our motto is, that I awake in the morning just to take in the class, and you maybe in evening you have to go somewhere and you hear in the class, because so you can ask the questions. What is redo log buffer? Let me repeat one more time. A redo log buffer is used in case of DML statement because DML can be rollback or commit. If I delete some data, data will be permanently deleted. How can I make it revert back? How can I make it revert back? Right? So for reverting back, data always store into the redo log buffer folder. Right? So whenever I want to delete something, data or insert something or delete something, data first come. Please mute. Who is not speaking, please mute. Whenever to ask a question, then you can mute yourself. Right? Deepu Manjunath, any question, you raise your hand.
Yeah, Vishal. Right
Please
now
ask your
working, I
question.
have one. Yeah, I have like whatever the situation you are explaining. Is that redo log buffer is a session based, or can we get back the data whatever we deleted even the session is closed? For
Yes,
example,
session based.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it is session based
Hello.
in your session. Yes, yes, it's your session. I'm telling you, you're able to listen me properly?
Yes, Vishal.
Yes, it is on your session, right? So I'm telling you how delete truncate or delete is behave now. How delete
Okay.
is behave now, right?
Okay. If I am using delete statement, I deleted for in your example 2 million records, and I never used any commit or rollback or whatever the DML means those statements. I just deleted and I closed my database session.
Yes, data is not
And
deleted. Other person can see the data.
yeah, other person can see the data, and if
Even
I
you can see
didn't,
the data
yeah, and if I
because
want
you
to
close
see
your
the
session.
data, yeah,
Understand it
if
here.
I
You
want to see
close
the
the
data
session.
from, okay,
Listen 1 second.
yeah,
You close the session.
okay,
So when you come
mm,
back, right, the data is still present into the system. The data is gone just for the session. But once you reconnect the session, data will come back. Every DML statement, if you open my notes yesterday, right, I sent a notes yesterday, right, when I discussed about DDL and DML, I told you in the notes that DML always followed by commit or rollback. Commit means permanent save into the system, and rollback means reverted back. How that it will revert back? I gave an example that a few minutes before, that Abhishek took my money. He hid it somewhere. Because he hidden it somewhere, that's why revert back. In case, because DML needs commit and rollback. Permanent save commit, otherwise rollback. The data is stored into redo log buffer. So that if user wants revert back, user can fire a rollback command and data reverted back from redo log buffer. Data not permanently deleted. Data will still wait. When data is rolled back or commit, then data will be gone from here. So whenever I see this question, table has 10 million record, I want to delete 5 million. How can I do that? Or my table is still running 2 million record, is still running and running and running. Because when you're deleting 2 million record, same moment of time, database try to insert this 2 million record into redo log buffer. It is inserting, writing is going on here. So when you're deleting a huge volume of record, it will take a lot of time. You don't, if you want, you can try that in your environment. You can go to test data or test environment or dev environment or QA environment and create a table. And table contains huge volume of data and try to write a delete statement. It's running and running and running and running and running. It never come back. Never. I don't know when it come back. So the question is, the table contains 10 million. I want to delete 5 million. How can I do that? Your answer is very clear, sir. Deleting the record, I have two options. Either I can truncate or I can delete. Only by these two methods, I can remove the data from my table. But sir, I cannot make it truncate here because the table contains 10 million record. Truncate is, there is no where condition. Truncate means whole data truncate. Truncate is not left data in between. Truncate don't need any where condition. Truncate means everything gone. Truncate means everything gone. So I cannot write truncate here, sir, because your table contains 10 million and you want to delete only 5 million record. So truncate will not work. See the answer, how to give the answer. Scenario number 1. I give step number 1, sir. Truncate will not work. If anybody don't understand why truncate is not work, you can ask me. I am here available, right? And this batch is weekend batch. Even on the weekdays, you all can ping me 1-to-1. Our timing is different. I'm in US, most of you from India. Or the people in US, I make a separate sessions for them, so don't worry. So you all can ping me without hesitation. You are here to learn. After 2 months, when you all got selected, you just say me a thank you message. That's it. Nobody give me money, right? So I'm trying to tell you here, focus on the concept and try to learn. It will help you for sure. When this question comes and you're giving answers, right, it help you. So truncate will not work. Scenario number 2. Why truncate will not work? You have to say, sir, truncate will not work because truncate will empty the whole table and that we don't want. I want to save my table for 5 million record. My table contains 10 million. I want to delete only 5 million. I want to save 5 million. Truncate will not work. Number 2, sir, we cannot do delete as well because delete is a DML command. If you're writing delete statement, the delete will delete this 5 million and same moment of time it writing this 5 million record into redo log buffer. That took a lot of time. I don't know, I have so much memory space in my redo log buffer. It can store that 5 million record or not. It took a lot of time. It will stuck and don't know how it come back. So truncate will not work, delete will not work. Anybody, any confusion till here, let me know. Then I go to third step.
No, sir.
You all good? Okay. Step number 3. So how can you do that? Here's the question. Delete statement running, delete 2 million records, still running since last 2 hours. Sir, you can't do delete because you are deleting 2 million record. The data go and log into the redo log buffer. Maybe I don't have proper space and writing will take a lot of time. So it's a time consuming process. You are running last 2 hours. I don't know how much time it will take. Nobody knows. If anybody want to try that, go to your project. Take any table and create a dump table on that and try to delete a record in a queue and dev environment. You can see that it's running and running and running and running and running. Delete will take a lot of time. Step number 3, what can I do? Sir, I will create a temporary table. I will create a table like this. Create table A_temp. Create table A_temp. As select star from A and my where condition to save 5 million. See this here, everyone. What example I did? What I did? My table contains 10 million record and I want to delete 5 million, means I want to save 5 millions as well. And how many record I want to save? Because I cannot delete the whole table, so I cannot truncate will not work. Correct. Delete I can't do because writing delete is a DML statement. Every data go to redo log buffer. It will take a lot of time. So delete will not work. What can I do? I want to delete 5 million. I want to save 5 million. So I will create a temporary table. Create table. Create is a DDL command. DDL is much faster. Don't need redo log buffer. Auto commit. This all we learn yesterday, right? This is a concept we all learned yesterday. So create table. Table name as select star from this table A. my where condition to save that those record I want to save, I move those record into a temporary table. Data come here. Now my A temp table contains the record which I want to save. Now my record is saved. Step number 4. Now go and truncate table A. Now I don't need this table. Truncate the whole data. Because the data I want to save data already here. Temporary table. Truncate table A. Step number 4. Step number 5. Now this table is empty. When the table is empty, then redo log, your HWM come into the first point, first block. The table is refreshed. Now step number 5, either I can, from this temporary table, I can insert all data into this table again, go back from temp table to main table, or I can just go and rename my temp table to the main table. Let me repeat one more time to all of you. The people who are joining late, please join on time. If you know that it disturbs for the person, right, who are already in the class. So next week when we are starting our proper batch, right, what I want to be on time, right? Let me repeat one more time. I want to delete use volume of data. How to do that? For use volume of data deletion, truncate will not work because truncate will truncate the whole table. You want to save some records. You want to save some record because I want to save some records. So truncate will not work because truncate will truncate the whole table. Delete will not work as well because DML, redo log buffer. Data go to redo log buffer every time. Forget about spelling mistake, please. Redo log buffer. And redo log buffer means take a lot of time. Why it is go to redo log buffer? Because it's a DML statement. It's a property of DML. It go to redo log buffer because maybe user can do rollback. Who knows? Step number 3. Then what you can do? I will create a temporary table. Create table name as select star from my main table where condition to save my required record. Now see what happened. My record is saved now. My this table, if you think here, what is happening? My A underscore temp table contains all records which we need to save. Records. Now what I can do? Step number 4. Just go and truncate the table. Now I don't need this table. Truncate this table A. Previously I cannot truncate because I want to save. Now what I want to save, I save the record here in the temporary table. Now my record is saved. Now go and truncate the table. Truncate is a, remember, DDL command. Quick, like this. Truncate is so quick, data gone, quick. When the data gone, now I have two options. What I can do? Either I will insert the saved record from A underscore temp table back to A table, or what I can do, rather than truncating, here I drop the table and rename table A underscore temp to A. I can do that. Both options possible. But sir, renaming is not a correct option, not advisable, because you are renaming means you are dropping this table. If you are dropping this table, so all the procedure, function, packages, trigger, views, wherever this table is used, they all become uncompiled. So we have to do and compile them again. So better option is insert the record from my temporary table back to the main table. Now ask your question if anybody, any doubt what to discuss, how to delete use volume of data. I am waiting here for 2 minutes. Ask me. This chances of asking.
I have shown
Yes.
here.
Yes,
So
Vishal.
Vishal, the approach you told right last that first we will save the data into temporary table and then we will truncate the main table. But normally in normal scenarios, what happened, right? So suppose the table which is base table, that is not recommendable to truncate, right? Suppose I will save the data even though it is a standard table. It means the higher authority or DB will not allow to delete the data from the base table, right? So in that case, what we will apply the approach? Because normal scenario, if it is a custom table, we
It's
can
not
apply
normal scenario. It is the highly recommended scenario when you are doing use volume data. Otherwise, we have a bulk delete, right?
Yeah,
So bulk
yeah.
delete, when we learn about bulk collection, then we learn about bulk delete and limit clause. Do you know what is bulk delete and limit?
Yes.
Yes.
Bulk limit means at one time how many record we want to delete.
Yes. Bulk delete is the limit option, but when we remember what I told in my session, we go topic by topic. But here, this approach is highly recommended. I don't know where you are saying, but if I have to do a huge volume of data deletion, this is the only approach it followed everywhere in the database industry.
Yeah, Vishal, means I agree with this solution, but in many of the companies, right, they are not allowing to delete data from the base table. In that case, I'm just looking for.
See, this is the scenario. What is the question? The question is, I want to delete record. So why company is not allowed? This is the question. This is the scenario.
Well, I want to delete the 5 million records, right? But you are saying that we will save the see what we will do. We will save the 5 million records data which we don't want to delete it, right, in the custom table. After that, what we will do, we will delete the complete data from the base table, which is my original transaction data.
Yes. So what people will do in the real-time scenario? You are correct. What you are trying to say that in production environment, normally data is not deleted. This is what you want to do, right? Yes, agree. So what people will do, we will create a backup table, create table A underscore backup underscore date as select star from A. So what is it the data is, we haven't deleted. We move to archive folder or we create a backup. When the data is still present, then I will truncate the table. Data is not deleted in the real-time scenario, that I agree.
Yeah.
In a real-time scenario, real project delete this command is not fire. Right? Mostly, I totally agree what you want to say. But I'm not discussing that. I'm discussing about how to do this solution.
Yes.
In the real scenario, what we can do, again, we are taking a backup of the table, create table name by using CTAS, create table name, and then I will truncate the table. If you open any procedures, the browser used to display the data, the first line is truncate table. The temporary table truncated, then you insert the data.
Yeah. Thank you, Sanjay.
Right. So anybody having any other question on this? This question, chances of asking this question in the interview is 2000%. I'm telling you again to everybody. And this question is nothing related to the performance tuning. When the question coming, I want to delete 10 million record, how to do that? Or my query is running and start deleting and taking a lot of time. This question is nothing related to the performance tuning. It's related to the concept of delete and truncate. And what I told you, one more question. I told a question, right? That my table contains 10 lakh record. And I'm running a select query. And my query took 30 seconds. I deleted 9 lakhs record. 9 lakh deleted. Now my table contains only 1 lakh record. When 90% data deleted, still my query took same 30 seconds. Why? People start saying, sir, we will do the gather stats. I will check the indexes. Then I will check. Whoever in performance tuning question, whoever say I will do index, means you can write on a stamp paper that Vishal is saying with all those people that person is not selected. If you give answer index for a performance tuning solution, you are not selected. Means you can write it anywhere. Means if you want, you can write it and store it. And if you get selected, let me know that Vishal, I give the answer index and I got selected. Never. Impossible. Indexing is not the solution of performance tuning, please. We are not working on Oracle 9i or very previous version of Microsoft SQL 5.0 6.1. No, we are not working on that. We are working on cost-based optimizer. They are intelligent enough. They know what to do. So please don't give the answer performance tuning that for making an index. This question is not for index. This question is a concept of delete and truncate. You delete the data, means your high watermark is not reset. High watermark is what? The last block till where the data is written. Your high watermark is still on the same page. So when you are running 1 lakh record, but still your query go and search till the last block where data is written, and that's why it is taking 30 seconds of the time. This question is nothing related to the performance tuning. This question is related to the concept of delete and truncate. I hope you all understand the concept of HWM today and how to answer this question. What I told you, sometimes this question is a free question coming in the interview, different from delete and truncate. Interviewer just ask you random question, delete and truncate. You know why? Because you're thinking about a scenario. But now it's your game. Remember what I told you, Chak De India, Shahrukh Khan, right? You have to play your best hockey for 70 minutes. Same, you have to play your best interview for that 50 minutes. You know, the main motto of interview is how to kill the time. If you know how to kill the time, you got selected. This is a game of playing. What to answer, everybody knows. How to answer, that matters. Yes, Sonal, you have any question?
Yeah, Vishal. For second question you asked for the interview, that it is taking time for 2 million. For that, what do we need to tell them?
This again same, sir. You are writing delete statement. Delete means DML. DML means you are writing 2 millions, which is go and insert the data into redo log buffer. So this is not the solution, sir. It never be a solution that you can write a delete statement that delete is deleting 2 million record. It never be a solution in a real-time scenario. No, it cannot. And you know, in interviewer always ask you question, I have 5 million record, 10 million record, 100 million record. Use volume of data. Because it just want to test you that have you ever worked on use volume of data? And remember like one thing, concept never change. If your concept work for 1 record, the same concept work for 1 billion record. Right? So the question is again same. If you are deleting means DML. DML means data go to redo log buffer. Redo log buffer means try to insert data here first. So my delete statement is deleting 10,000 record in one shot. But actually I'm inserting 10,000 record into redo log buffer. And that buffer must contain so much area into the memory so that I can store the data here. Sometimes database will hang. You can try that. If anyone have a test environment or QA environment, suppose your transaction table contains 10 million record. Create a transaction underscore temp. Create table transaction underscore temp, add select a star from transaction table. Create a temporary table and just run delete command, delete from transaction underscore temp. See how much time it will take. Delete will never come back. I don't know how much time, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, I don't know. This is the concept delete and truncate. Now let's discuss about another topic that is called keys. See, we are going topic by topic.
I have one more question.
Yes.
With using create table name, we create a temporary table, right? So this temporary table contain have same indexes and constraints.
No. Very good. I will discuss about constant next class. I discuss about constant. This question is very common. People asking this question in the interview. When I'm doing CTAS or create table as select, what will happen? 99% public answer, you know what? Sir, all data, it will create table from a table, all data will copied here. You know what happened? Only data copied and data type copied. That's it. No primary key copied. Only check constant copied. Sorry, yes, only not null constant copied. No foreign key copied, no index copied. We'll discuss about constant lecture. We'll discuss about constant. Right? It's a very good question. Right? When we create a table from a table, only data copied, data type copied, index not copied, primary key not copied, foreign key not copied, only not null constant copied. We discuss about this scenario. So index not copied here at all. It's a very good question. This is the concept. Again, I'm telling you, it does not matter how good you are in procedure, function, exception handling, view, materialize view. And if you're not answering any base question about this basic concept, you are not selected at all. If you open about foreign, I will in the next session, when I discuss about foreign key specifically, foreign key I will take 1 hour minimum to discuss. I will show you so many Google websites. Which website you can tell, I will show you website. 90% websites are claiming wrong information about foreign key. That foreign key means foreign key of one table is primary key of another table. Almost it is written almost everywhere. That is the wrong information. I will show you many things, so many examples I will show you. What is written wrong on the what you can say, Google and so many websites. So never use random websites. Whenever you want to learn from documentation, Microsoft documentation, Oracle documentation, MySQL documentation, MS SQL Discord documentation, PostgreSQL documentation. Concept, learn from there. Websites are just to help you in some writing queries or something like that. Everywhere written is when writing group by having, the command is first write group by, then write having. Suppose group by employee ID, having count star greater than 1. The people who knows about these queries, I will learn about query very detailed. Interviewer asks you can write having first. It is written on the website. that having always come into the last. It's not correct. You can write having first, the query will work. Try that. So we'll discuss about each topic. Don't worry. Okay. Okay. Let's come back to the concept of keys. Most of the people get confused here. What is primary key? What is unique key? What is candidate key? What is surrogate key? What is secondary key? What is alternate key? So many confusions. Right? And people normally, I'm telling you, the people told me, sir, at the time of interview, we try to avoid. I don't want anybody can ask me a question that what is candidate key? What is surrogate key? What is primary key? So never get confused. Understand the concept first here. I'm telling you, next 45 minutes, I'm just discussing about the concept of keys. And I can give you guarantee. After today's next 45 minutes, you never forget keys. See, always focus on concept. Rest things is okay. Right? You will learn. If you know concept, when you talk to the interviewer, if you go and try to answer from some PDF file or Word document, top 50 interview question answer, and we start answering, interviewer is not stupid. He will know in 30 seconds that you are coming from Google. You don't have working knowledge. Or you remember this answer from ChatGPT, or remember this answer from some PDF file. They are not stupid. They understand it, how you are answering it. Because against your answer, you are not getting marks. You are getting money. Right? So they will know that. So for the question about keys, let's talk about key. What is key? Forget about primary key, forget about surrogate key, forget about secondary key, forget about candidate key, forget about super key, forget about all the keys. Key means who can open the lock, right? Key means what? Key means chabi, jo tala khol de. Simple. Key means what? Who can open the lock? This is the key, right? Very simple, one line definition, we know it. Anybody, any doubt? Key means who can open the lock. Pure English. Understand? Anybody, any doubt in this? Anybody, any doubt in this?
No, sir.
No, right?
No, sir.
Plus active raw class.
No, sir.
So we can do some communicate. So it's much better to go to the class. Okay. Because I'm again telling you, I'm not a trainer, right? I'm not a trainer. So when we are in the class talking to each other, so classes will become more. When the next session onwards, only the interested people will be there. So class will be more better. Okay. No, because I don't want you all to send you so many notes and try to make you all your, what you can say, your email go to spam and all these things. We only take the people who are actually interested. Now let's talk about key. Key means who can open the lock. Key means who can open the lock. Forget about all the data, all the keys. Every key, either it is a primary key, or it is a surrogate key, or it is a unique key, or it is a candidate key, or it is a super key which is used to uniquely identify the data. Every key means it is uniquely identify the data. Any key, if you talk about, that is used for, that's the first line of any question, any key. I will discuss each and every. Then every key has their own specific requirement. We'll discuss in a few minutes. And they all related to each other. But first understand, when we talk about any key, super key used to uniquely identify the data, candidate key uniquely identify the data, primary key uniquely identify the data, unique key uniquely identify the data, surrogate key uniquely identify the data, alternate key uniquely identify the data. Any key used to uniquely identify the data. Let's first start with surrogate key. Surrogate key, people get confused in this example a lot. Surrogate key. Database is pure English. I'm telling you to all, everybody. If you know English, you already know 50% of the database. Most of us is coming from India, where English is not our proper language, right? Sorry, mother tongue, right? We learn English, right? Learn English means what? I remember till grade 12th, when I was studying, I'm from UP board, so till grade 12th, in my exam, I'm getting a paper where I have to write a translation. There are some Hindi statement, I have to translate into English. Same you have to do in the database. You have to make a translation, learn the translation. Surrogate key means what? Do you know a word called surrogacy? How many you know heard about this word surrogacy? It's a medical term.
Yes, sir. We know it.
Yes, sir.
Almost everybody knows about surrogacy.
Yes, sir.
Right? Everyone knows about surrogacy. Yeah. Surrogacy is a very medical term. Is very popular. Shahrukh Khan got his kid from surrogacy. Angelina Jolie got her kids from surrogacy. So many celebrities use the kids for surrogacy. Why you are using surrogacy? When a husband and wife not able to make a child, then they use the concept of surrogacy to get a child. Agree, everyone? This is the concept of medical term surrogacy. Agree? Very simple concept. Very simple concept of surrogacy means that if a husband and wife not able to make a child, they use the concept of surrogacy. What surrogacy? In the surrogacy, in the surrogacy we can decide. After 1 hour, who is joining? In the surrogacy, we can decide. Think about here. Very, very, very good example. Same example you have to give to the interviewer. Because this example not written in the Google. When giving this example, you understand the concept. Surrogacy, we can decide. Understand the surrogacy first. Medical term. I'm not a medical student, but give you a few examples because I know few of my friends use surrogacy. Surrogacy, we can decide that what gender I want. I want a boy or I want a girl. I can decide the gender. I can decide what is the color of my, suppose the color of what eyes. I want a green color eyes. I want a blue color eyes. I want a black color eyes. Do I need a curly hairs of my child or do I need a straight hair? Whatever you want, you can decide. And that will be uniquely identification your child. This is your child. Why I'm doing this? Because I don't have child. If I have child, I never go for surrogacy. Right? If I don't, I am me and my wife not able to make a child, then only I can go to surrogacy. Same, if a table does not contains any column which is used to uniquely identify the data, the table, they use the surrogate key, which is auto. What is surrogate key is? Artificially, definitely artificial it is. In case of surrogacy, we are doing the concept of artificially, right? It means artificially generated. A column, if you open the people who are working, if you go to your project, you can see almost in your project, almost 90% time everywhere, 95% of the time everywhere in all projects use the concept of surrogate key. Your ID column is populated in every table. Your ID column is populated through sequence or auto-generated or any such value which can use to increment data automatically generated 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 something like that. Have you seen that? Anybody? Have you all noticed in your database your ID column populated through sequence?
Yes.
Generated value?
Yes.
Have you seen that? Almost you can go and check your table. Your table contains an ID column and that is populated through either sequence or auto-generated value. In MS SQL, MySQL, auto-generated or identity column from Oracle 12 onwards, all it is sequence is used to generate. Why we are doing this? This is surrogate key. Because the table does not contains any column which is used to uniquely identify the data. Because the table does not contains any column which used to uniquely identify the data. So what did they adopted a data that okay, you come here, you come here, you are my DNA. Now you are XYZ Jaswal. You are my DNA. I adopted you. You came here and now come to my family and give a name to my family. You are surrogate key. You are a primary key. Surrogate key, all keys are same. Remember the concept. Uniquely identify the data. Only difference is what? Surrogate key, which is artificially generated. That does not have any business meaning. Surrogate key does not have any business meaning. And it does not have any real number. It's not real. It's not natural. It's not comes with the data. It's not user inserted some record. It's I inserted, I given to the user. Take an example. I go to the hospital, okay, and I say to the hospital that please admit me, and I want to be a patient. I have some problem. Okay, I want to see the doctor. So say, okay, the hospital says okay. Then do you have registered to our hospital? I said no, I'm not registered. Okay, then you have to make a registration fees 1,000 rupees, and you are registered first. Okay, then hospital will give me a patient ID. Suppose PAT123. PAT123 is used to identify in that hospital who is this patient. In that hospital, nobody knows who is Vishal. In hospital, they say, okay, can you give me the record for the patient 123? 123 is used to uniquely identify this patient is Vishal. But other than this hospital, nobody. If you go to the what you can say on the market and start shouting, hello 123 PAT123, nobody will respond you. They thought that you are mad. Why you respond PAT123, PAT123? But in the hospital, if you say, who is PAT123? Oh, hello, this is the person PAT123. PAT123, there is no business meaning. It comes to this table, artificially generated, used to uniquely identify the data, just like surrogacy. Surrogacy, when I don't able to make a child, I go for surrogacy option. Once my table does not have any information which is used to uniquely identify the data, I use the concept of surrogate key to populate the data. Just like I'm using ID column, populate through sequence. We'll discuss about sequence and all these things. Don't worry. We're discussing about keys. So surrogate key used to uniquely, there's no business meaning. It's just used to uniquely identify data. It's sequence number outside the database, right? Once my table does not have anything, just like in PostgreSQL, we have serial column. In Oracle, we have sequence column. In MySQL, we have auto increment column. Every database has something which is used to or uniquely identify the data. I just put it here. And used to uniquely identify the data. Once my table does not have anything, when my table does not have anything, I can use the concept of surrogate key to populate the data one by one. I'm coming back to surrogate key in a few minutes. Let's talk about primary key. I'm come back to surrogate key again. Why my table does not have? Or suppose, okay, take surrogate example. Suppose in India, I'm talking about my Aadhaar card number. Aadhaar number is used to uniquely identify. On US, we have SSN number. SSN number is my number. SSN is used to uniquely identify me. SSN is my data. That is it. When I'm using SSN, that is a primary key. It's a business meaning. My SSN is my SSN. My Aadhaar card is my Aadhaar card. My PAN card is my PAN card. Nobody else in this whole world can take that. That is how the system is. There's a question coming. We'll discuss about a question today. Why a table cannot contain two primary key? Have you ever think about it? If I ask you, can a table contains a primary key? Everybody can, 99% of the public here in the class, they can answer, sir, a table contains one primary key. Who can answer me why the table cannot contain, why it does not have two primary key? Have you ever think about it? Why?
There is functional dependency concept is there.
Who is answering this? Who is answering this functional dependency concept?
Mr.
Okay, it's the correct answer actually anyway. Okay, Sudhakar, where you learn this concept?
I belong to IIT basically, so I know the
okay, concept. It's a very good, this answer, right? Correct answer. But I so do 99% cannot give this answer. That's the correct answer. Right? Most of you don't know about. I will discuss in a few minutes. Right? So Harsha, you have any question now? Because you raise your hands. So tell me because I'm moving forward.
Yeah. So surrogate key is created by database itself. I mean, like we are not creating it by
not database itself. We are created. What I said, artificially generated. I written this word, artificial. We generate it, and I assign it. I'm discussing a few minutes. I assign it that this ID will be populated through this sequence. This ID will be populated through this auto increment. This ID will populate through this serial column. Artificially generated it to identify the data. Surrogate key. In case of primary key, let me discuss one scenario. I'm discussing one scenario in a few minutes. Let's see, for example, okay, all keys I remember used to uniquely identify. Every key used to uniquely identify. I'm discussing a few minutes, super key, candidate key, alternate key, surrogate key, primary key, unique key, composite key. Everything is used to uniquely identify the data. Let's discuss about a scenario, primary key first. Okay, I've come back again, surrogate key. See this scenario. Suppose in a class, suppose there is a class and the teacher is said that there is a, suppose my name Vishal. Vishal name is very common name, right? In suppose there are three Vishal. Vishal 1, Vishal 2, Vishal 3, right? If in your class also there is Amit name is very common if everybody knows about it, right? So every Amit has it in a roll number. When the teacher came and say roll number, they all Amit, maybe you can say Amit 1, Amit 2, Amit 3, but they all have a different roll number. They are not sharing the roll number. Agree? Everyone in the class, the roll number, remember that the teacher has a register, attendance register. In that attendance register, there is a column called roll number column. Amit Singh may be roll number 1, Amit Kumar may be roll number 2, Amit Gupta may be roll number 3. They all have a different roll numbers. Remember everyone? Remember your school days?
Yes.
Right? Yes. This roll number is what? This roll number is what? Surrogate key, which is generated by the teacher and given to you. That roll number 1 means Amit Kumar, roll number 2 means Amit Singh, roll number 3 means Amit Gupta. Teacher generated this roll number and give you two. Let's discuss about a scenario. Vishal, 3 Vishal. Okay. Teacher came to the class, okay, and say that in a math test, Vishal scored 50 out of 50. Okay. In a class, there are 3 Vishal. You don't know which Vishal. Maybe Vishal this, maybe Vishal this, maybe Vishal this. You don't know. Why you don't know? You know? Because there are 3 people in the class and teacher said Vishal scored 50 out of 50. So you are get confused which Vishal it is. You are not able to uniquely identify. Agree? Agree or not?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yeah.
So if teacher told you that roll number 34, Vishal, scored 50 out of 50. Now you all uniquely identify, okay, this Vishal, which scored 50 out of 50. Agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Actually, teacher does not have to tell the name. Teacher just have to tell roll number 34. You automatically know this person scored 50 out of 50. Agree?
Yes, sir.
Roll number 34 is what? Roll number 34. Roll number 34 is what? Roll number 34 is used to uniquely identify that this person scored 50 out of 50. Roll number 34 is a primary key in the table, which is used to uniquely identify. There is a very thin difference between primary key and surrogate key. First, discuss about primary key here. The column which is used to uniquely identify the data is a primary key. Any key, a primary key, roll number 34, uniquely identify. Vishal, primary key. Agree till here? Agree, everyone?
Yes.
Till here, agree? Okay. Teacher is very happy. Teacher go to principal. Think about it here, everyone. Please see the example. Teacher go to the principal office and say, in my class, there is a student, roll number 34. Because when teacher say Vishal, teacher knows Vishal. There are 3 Vishal. So teacher say, roll number 34, in a math Olympiad, this guy scored 50 out of 50 and we have to give him prize. Principal say, okay, let me announce. And teacher announces from the principal office that, hello, roll number 34, please come to my cabin or please come to my principal office. I want to give you a prize. Happy? What happened? There are 10 students reach to principal office. You know why? Because in a school, there are 10 class going on. Grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, grade 5, grade 6, grade 7, grade 8, grade 9, grade 10. So every grade has a roll number 34. So all roll number 34 go to the principal office and say, give me the prize. Because you just announced roll number 34. Principal got confused. People, no. Roll number 34 is not able to uniquely identify. So let me add roll number 34, grade 6. Please come to my cabin or please come to my office. I want to give you prize. So roll number 34, grade 6, only one student is there. So what this is uniquely identify the data. This go to the principal office and say, give me the prize. Agree till here, everyone? So roll number 34, grade 6. These 2 columns used to uniquely identify the data. This is called composite primary key. When there are more than 1 column used to uniquely identify the data, that is called composite primary key. Understand it here? Any confusion till here? Understand the concept? We are using this all concept in everywhere. So many business scenario I'm giving you next few minutes. Composite primary key. Principal go to the district magistrate of the district and say, the DM sahab, there is a student in my school, roll number 34, grade 6. He scored 50 out of 50 in Olympiad. I want you to give him prize on this 15th August. DM sahab say, okay. DM announces in the whole city because DM is for city. Grade 6, roll number 34. On this 15th August, I will give you a medal. Come to the DM office. In this city, 100 schools going on. Every school has a roll number 34, grade 6. All 100 students go to the DM office and say, give me the prize. And DM sahab get confused. No. This is not uniquely identified. Let's add roll number 34, grade 6, Kendriya Vidyalaya. Come to my office on 15th August, I will give you prize. He used 3 columns to uniquely identify the data. Then only one student can go. These 3 column combination is called composite primary key. Understand till here? Anybody, any doubt what the difference between composite primary key and normal primary key? Normal primary key means 1 column. Composite means more than 1 column added to uniquely identify the data. This become composite primary key. Any doubt, anybody here? यार हाँ या ना कुछ बोलो. right?
Clear, Vishal, clear.
Agree.
Right, in the class, right? So please be active. Okay. Now see this here. Let's go back to surrogate key. Surrogate key is again what I said, uniquely identify the data. Now the question is that Vishal, if suppose I'm talking about a table, right? And my table, I agree that you are saying that Vishal, maybe the table contains a first name column. Maybe there are different, so many Vishals in the class. So many Vishal in the class, right? So I cannot make name as a primary key. So the principal or the teacher added a roll number column, which is artificially generated, and give a number to each person, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and then uniquely identify Vishal, whatever. So why, but if that use Vishal, the first name, maybe last name, maybe Vishal Jaiswal, 2% possible, okay, maybe father's name, then I use 3-column combination. My student first name, student last name, student father name, then definitely you are getting only one student Vishal. Are you getting my point? If I use student first name, student last name, student father name, then definitely only one student will come. Agree or not?
Yes.
Agree.
देखो concept समझने की कोशिश करो, right? I am not here to make you memorize the answers. I am trying to make a concept. Yes, ask your question first.
Here. The question is, what if in a school, two students with same name, same surname, and the fathers also, they're two different people, but they have same name and same surname.
Yes, possible. Possible.
Then how do we differentiate it?
That's why we have roll number column. That's why we have roll number column. That is a surrogate key, uniquely identify the data. I'm not using, that's the question. Why this interview question in the interview? Why not I'm using composite primary key and rather than using a surrogate key? In your table, wherever you are working, why your company use an ID column populated through sequence? Why not they can use member ID, member first name, member last name, member date of birth, member SSN, or any 4-5 column combinations that can you, maybe here, suppose for example, you are saying, suppose first name, last name, maybe father name is same. Maybe father name is XYZ, both person father name is XYZ. Okay? Maybe mother's name. Maybe suppose the wife's name can be different. Any 5, 6, 7 combination I can use to uniquely identify data. Why not I'm using this? Rather than that, I'm artificially generate a column, go for surrogacy, then do a kid, and then come back here. Why I'm doing this? This is the interview question. That why I am not using composite primary key, why I am not using composite primary key and using surrogate key to uniquely identify the data. This is your question, right? Understand everyone? Understand the question, everyone? Let me write a question here. Why we are using surrogate key to uniquely identify rather than composite primary key. Composite primary key means what? More than one column. If I use to uniquely identify data, that become composite primary key. So why not I'm using composite primary key rather than using surrogate key? This example, Jyoti asked this example. Jyoti, I think Jyoti. She asked the question. What question she asked? That we shall suppose first name, last name, okay. Father name may be same, okay. Then can I use mother name? Can I use address? Can I use anything? Any information, can I use it to uniquely identify data? Why I'm populating this surrogate key? Why I'm populating this ID column through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? This, if your experience is more than 5 years, chances of asking this question 2000% sure. And people not giving this answer, they thought, yaar, itna acha to maine bataya tha, procedure, package, performance tuning, exception handling, but I'm not getting certain because you are not giving the basic concept answer. That's why you're not selected. What is surrogate key? Surrogate key used for artificially generated. If I want that my child should be boy or girl, if I want my gender determination, I have to go for surrogacy. If I want my child need a green color eyes, a curly hair, a white skin, maybe whatever I want, I can go and decide because this is artificially generated. We discuss about in the when we discuss the concept of indexing and all, but I'm giving an answer today because we're discussing about this question again. This one, whenever we create a primary key, right? Not, but most of the scenario, database will create an index on that. What is indexing? All I discuss, but because I'm discussing to support this answer, I have to use this word. Whenever I'm creating a primary key, right? Either it's a composite primary key or any primary key. Database 99% of the chances, not always, but database will create a primary key on a database will create an index on a primary key. Index will take space into the memory, and that is possible. And every index will very hard to maintain. Index is like B-tree structure, like this. Any data inserted, updated, or deleted, database has to maintain that index. Any first name, last name, date of birth, whatever the three combination. Suppose first name, last name, date of birth, I can use uniquely identify the data. Any data, and there is a possibility, just like Jyoti said, maybe there are two people who have the same first name. Means there may be possible because data coming from outside user. So may be possible the data come from outside user can be duplicate data, like same father first name. So what happened? My program failed because data coming from users. Don't know. We cannot stop user. We cannot restrict user. User can enter anything. So our program failed. But in case of surrogate key, because I uniquely identify, because suppose you go to the Pandit ji can say, okay, beta hi hoga. But there is no guarantee, right? But if surrogate key I'm using, surrogacy, I guarantee there is a boy or there is a girl. In case of surrogate key, there is a guarantee data will never duplicate. Data will never duplicate. It will always come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and so on. But in case of first name, last name, father's name, it may be possibility data can duplicate. There is a student came where the student name same and father's name same. Possibility. Agree everyone? Understand or not? First tell me here.
Yeah, understand.
Right? So this is the need of surrogate key. Surrogate key just like primary key. But only difference is what? It is not business meaning. It is artificially generated and used for the same thing. Remember, used for uniquely identify the data. Suppose this example. Let's talk about super key. See the same. I'm again coming all the keys. Select star from HR.employees. What I told you? I told you that key means used to uniquely identify the data. Key means used to uniquely identify the data. Super key, I'm talking about super key. Super key means, what is super key? Super key is set of one or more key. Suppose if I use a query, select star from employee, where first name is equal to this, and last name is equal to this, and email is equal to this, and phone number is equal to this, and height is equal to this, all the column combinations, suppose I can use this here. I can get only one record. So 100 columns in my table, I write a combination of 100 columns, where name is equal to this, last name is equal to this, ID is equal to this, height is equal to this, salary is equal to this, commission is equal to this, money is equal to this, department is equal to this. I'm getting one record. All the column combination give me one record. Super key. Super key is a combinations of the tables. Candidate key. Any subset of super key. Suppose about 10 columns. Used to maximum 10 columns used to uniquely identify super key. Suppose I'm using only 9 columns. That also used to uniquely identify candidate key. Suppose I'm using only 8 columns. That also used to uniquely identify candidate key. So I'm using only 7 columns. Only uniquely identify. I mean, till the last block we can do. This is also super key. This is also super key. This is also super key. But suppose I'm using only first name, last name. These 2 column combination. I'm getting duplicate data. Must know. This is not candidate key. 3 column combination. First name, last name, email. The minimum of candidate key is a primary key. Wow. Still the minimum bifurcation we are doing and used to uniquely identify the data. Candidate key. Let me repeat one more time to everybody. Key. Key means lock. Who can open the lock? This question people get confused, sir. What is super key? What is candidate key? What is primary key? What is surrogate key? What is unique key? What is alternate key? Key means who can open the lock. Start from super key. All the table column combination, if I use, which can, because key means used to uniquely identify the data. If in a table, I use all the column combinations, suppose my table contains 10 column, I use all the column combination where first name is equal to this, and last name is equal to this, and salary is equal to this, and job ID is equal to this, and all the column combination, and I'm getting one record, it means this is super key. Combination of so many keys can give me one unique value. Because key means used to uniquely identify the data. Super key used to uniquely identify the data. Candidate key used to uniquely identify the data. Alternate key used to uniquely identify the data. Primary key used to uniquely identify the data. Secondary key used to uniquely identify the data. Key means uniquely identify the data. There is no confusion at all, please. Okay, 10 columns. Suppose out of 10 columns, if I leave the last column, and the 9-column combination still give me the unique identifier candidate key. Candidate key is a subset of super key. Candidate key. If I make it 8 columns, again I'm getting the unique data. Again, this column combination is also a candidate key. There can be multiple candidate key. That's okay. Suppose go to 6-column combination. Again getting unique identifier. Again candidate key. Until the support only 2-column combination, I'm getting duplicate data. I mean, this is not. Till 3-column combination, I'm getting unique data. Less than that, I'm not getting. So these 3-column combination is a candidate key and also a primary key. The minimum of candidate key is a primary key. But the difference between what? Candidate key can contain a null value. Candidate key, suppose commission percentage is a part of candidate key, possible. That contains a null value, possible. But primary key cannot, primary key, any column combination cannot contain a null value. We'll discuss in more detail in the next class because we don't have much time. These are the, you think about this, the very basic concept, but people are missing it in the concept. When you're talking about primary key is not null. Primary key cannot contain any null value. Primary key cannot contain duplicate value. Primary key is required. Primary key never duplicate. Primary key used for unique identifier data, and every table has only one primary key. Why not? We'll discuss in a few minutes. If the time allows, only 14 minutes left. Well, otherwise I'll do in the next class. Suppose here I'm getting a table. Here's table MP info. I'm writing here, for example, I'm writing some ID, number, employee name, welfare 220, support department ID. I'm writing here, number. If I create this table as a normal table created, whatever you want, you can make a duplicate data. But I just write here and go and write it here like this, primary key. So this ID column become a primary key. I cannot insert null here. Table created. Suppose I want to insert data here. See here, everyone. Insert into MP info. Values. Suppose ID I'm inserting 1, comma, ename. Suppose I'm inserting any name. Department ID 20. 1 row inserted. Suppose I want to insert null. And not insert null because I create a primary key. So this is a property of primary keys. You cannot insert null into a primary key. This is a property of primary key. I want to insert duplicate value again 1. It give me error. Unique constant violation. What is called constant over? But why it is giving error? Something is duplicate. Already ID 1%. Let's start from MP info. Already 1%. So try to insert 1 again. It give me error. Now there is a unique key. Let's discuss last unique key. Then we go discuss for tomorrow. Suppose the very good example has just come in my mind. So let's discuss this. Let's discuss next class. Suppose you are driving a car. Think about it. I am driving a car and I saw there is a red light. Okay. And I crossed that red light because I said there is no police wala. I crossed the red light. When I cross that red light, in after a few days, I receive a letter to my home that Vishal, you cross a red light. Right? So you have to give a fine of $200. How do they know this is my car? Because they scan my car number, my license plate number. My license plate number is suppose VHA 2126. They know that this car belongs to Vishal. So, and he lives on a particular address. So they send the notice to me that you have to pay 200. How do they know? Because this car number, license plate number or car number is registered as a primary key in DMV office or RTO office. In US it's called DMV, in India it's called RTO. RTO office knows that this number car belongs to Vishal and Vishal lives on this address, uniquely identified. There is no 2 person have the same car number. Agree everyone? Agree everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
There is no 2 person contains a 2 car number, right? Agree? Uniquely identified. Right? It cannot like Vishal is driving in Virginia, somebody driving in California. Vishal miss a red light and they send the letter to California Vishal. It's not right. Okay. Now see the example. Suppose, please mute. See the example. Suppose my car is stolen. Okay. When the car is stolen, the thief will first change the number plate. He remove this number plate. But after 2 months, the police call me and say that we recovered you. Please mute. Please mute. Just 5 more minutes. Please mute. Ibrahim, I'm making you mute, please. Please, whenever you have to speak, then only you can unmute yourself. Okay. After 2 months, my car is recovered. Okay. And the police tell me, okay, come and take your car. The thief will remove my license plate number. But still, the policeman is able to identify this is my car. You know how? Because there are many other things, just like my engine number, my chassis number. In US, we have a VIN number, which can use to uniquely identify this car is my car. There is no other 2% have the same VIN number. Engine number, not 2% have the same engine number. Means if the table contains other than primary key, there are a few other columns which used to uniquely identify, we can call as a unique keys. Now the question comes in the interview. If there are 2 columns, both are used to uniquely identify the data, how do you decide which is primary key, which is unique key? How to decide it? If there are 2 columns in a table, both are used to uniquely identify the data. So how do you decide that which one is primary key, which one is unique key? Your answer will be, there's a difference between primary key and unique key. The answer will be unique key allow null. So if any data can be possible in future, that can be possibly comes null value, so I will not contain that data as a primary key. That must be unique key. The primary key only that column which is not null value. Interviewer say both are not null. This is guarantee and both never come null. Then you can say, then I will prefer number column. Why number? We'll discuss about index, then you know that. But here for the answer, we will prefer number column as a primary key. If anyone, the interviewer say both are number, then you can choose anyone as a primary key, does not matter. Primary key, unique key, both are same, used to uniquely identify the data. Only difference is what? Table contains only one primary key, table contains multiple unique keys. Take an example, suppose I'm getting one same table, info 1. I make this column unique. Just write unique, it becomes unique key. I'm getting this here. Suppose I'm employee info 1, I'm inserting a data, 20, it inserted. Same employee info 1. That's last example, guys, please. Values, I'm inserting, suppose right here 2. I'm trying to insert 20 again. 20 I already inserted in department ID, but I'm trying to insert again, give the same error. What happened? Oh, sorry, insert into, sorry. It gives error, unique constant violation. This 20 already insert is a unique key. Unique means cannot duplicate. You cannot really duplicate record. Okay, I can insert null. When I insert null, null will be allowed in unique key. In primary key, null not allowed. Now see the question. Here, the last question I'm discussing for today. I'm inserting next record. Null is again allowed. So when you're talking about unique key can contains multiple null values. Why? Because you are saying unique is not inserting any duplicate. Null is, I can insert. If I try to insert here, for example, for 20, try to insert 20 already present into the table. I try to insert it, give me error that you cannot insert 20. Unique constant violation. You can't insert it. But when I try to insert null, data already present null, but null will be inserted into the table. Why null will be inserted into table? Why 20 is not inserted? The last question for today. Why 20 is not inserted? When I try to insert 20, it go and check in the table. Do 20 exist? Yes, 20 exists. So not allowed. When I try to insert null, it go and try to check that null exists. Null is undefined unknown. Null is undefined and unknown. We don't know what is null. We don't know what is null. 5 plus 3 is equal to what? 8. Why? Because I know what is the face value of 5. What is the face value of 3? 5 plus 3 become 8. 5 minus 3 become 2. I know that. But 5 plus null become null. Let's see this here. Select 5 plus null from dual is give you null. Anything adding or subtracting to null become null, because null I cannot compare. Null is undefined, unknown. We don't know the value of null. So any data inserted, so we try to insert null here and try to compare, null cannot compare. Null equal to null is an invalid scenario, and null is not equal to null is also invalid scenario, because null I cannot compare. Null equal to null is an invalid statement. Null is not equal to null is also invalid statement. 3 equal to 3, I know that. 3 is not equal to 5, I know that. But null I don't know. Null is undefined, unknown. So if I don't know the value of null, it is undefined, unknown, I cannot compare them. So in case of unique key, if you try to insert the data, it cannot compare null. So every null considered as a unique value. Every null considered as a unique value. In case of MS SQL here, there is a small change. In MS SQL, they are not treating every null as a unique. MS SQL allow only one null value. But in the case of Oracle, every null considered as a unique value. So when I try to insert null, right, it will say, no, sorry, you can't insert it. In case of Microsoft, but in case of Oracle, it say, okay, null, I can't compare you. You are undefined, unknown. I don't know the value of null, so I cannot compare it. Okay, thank you so much. And yes, Srinivas, you have any question? Srinivas, you have any question? You raise your hand.
Sir, would you repeat that last shot, sir?
Okay. Last I said that when we talk about the concept of null is undefined, unknown. We don't know the value of null. If you see here, if I try to write it here, 5 plus 3, I know the answer. 5 plus 3 become 8. Why? Because I know the face value of 5. I know the face value of 3. But when I write 5 plus null is undefined, unknown. Remember infinity? Anything added to infinite or subtracted to infinite become infinite. Because I don't know infinite. I can't compare. The same thing null. Null is undefined, unknown. This concept used a lot in almost every stage. Till SQL writing to the PL SQL performance tuning, explain, plan, procedure, function, views, everywhere null will come. Decode, case, analytical function, order by, everywhere null will come. So understand the concept of null. Null is, remember one line, null is undefined, unknown. And that is why I feel it here, personally, this is my feel that here Oracle looks much better because Oracle like the same concept everywhere. But Microsoft is confused here. He said here in case of unique key, he is ready to populate the data. But in case of any other scenario, is treating null as a undefined unknown. Because concept is same. Null is undefined unknown. In every database, null, we don't know. So if anything adding to null or subtracting to null become null. So that's why in case of unique key, when you try to insert the data, database cannot compare null. We thought this null, that null different. It will try allowed every null. This question come in the interview. Why in unique key more than one null allowed? Because null is undefined, unknown. We don't know the value of null. So in case of unique key, if I try to insert null, it cannot compare the null is present there or not. So every null treat as a unique and data is inserted. Saurabh, ask your question.
Yeah, hi Vishal. So if you are saying if every null is a unique value, then why it is not allowed in the primary key?
Because primary key has their own characteristics. मैं राजा हूं, मेरी अपने rules हैं. Primary key has these characteristics that null not allowed. All keys are same. What I told you, Saurabh, every keys are same. Keys used to uniquely identify the data. Now every key has their own property.
Okay.
Right? Every key has own property. Surrogate key generated artificially. Super key, all the column combination you can use. Candidate key, any minimum column combination can use candidate key. But having one thing is common. Both are uniquely identified. We can have multiple unique key in the table, but multiple primary key. Why not multiple? I will discuss in the next class. Right? Suppose here, I can make here, suppose X, Y, Z a column, number, unique. See this here. I'm making a table with 2 unique columns. I can do that. But if I make it primary key, 2 primary key is not allowed. Why table have only 1 primary key? We'll discuss in next class.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
Because of their own properties, it is not allowing the null in primary key.
Yes.
Okay.
So thank you all. You all will receive notes maybe by today evening, and I will send the mail to everyone for the next class. Okay, Akshay, you have any question? You raise your hand.
Hello. Yes, Vishal. Yes, Vishal. Yesterday also I didn't receive notes. That's why I resumed.
Maybe you haven't sent your email. Send your email in the group. I will just send it to you. Don't worry. Okay.
In the group. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Hi, sir.
Whoever not received the notes, send the email on the email. Send your email ID quickly. I will send. I will just add and send it to you. Everyone, don't worry. Priyanka, you can send your email ID. Yes, sure. Venkat.
Sir, is it a change timing, sir? Either early morning in India times or at late night in the Indian times.
This time is more better. You know why? Because after that you can go for your party. You can go for, because there's so much sun is there. It's so sunny weather. Where you're going the 5:30 in the evening. This time suitable, more suitable. 7:30 at least the sun is less.
This is good.
Right, this timing is more better. After 7:30 when the sun is less, you can go for somewhere in the walk or somewhere here and there for walking or shopping or whatever. But 5:30, it's so much sun. People are not going anywhere in the afternoon 5:30. That's why I make it like this. I want to make it more earlier. You know what? But it's okay. 5:30 people told me about 5:30. Though we can go, we can discuss that. I'm available one-to-one.
Okay, sir.
Don't worry. Okay.
Okay, sir. No issues.
Okay, thank you. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you, sir. For next